You know, I love when people leave comments under our videos, live shows, because we get to analyze every aspect of your comments. And someone called the Maverick. I don't really recall seeing them a lot, but I know exactly why. He, she, whoever it is, I know exactly why they're reporting. Because of the fact that they are Rahimity. Okay? I get it. I get it why you're so upset. It's when the guy that you wanted so desperately to succeed isn't succeeding. That's the true reason as to why you're so upset. But what the facts are. Okay? The facts are. So let's break down this comment. Mrs. Maverick. Mike, you're reaching with the Bill Belichick assessment along with the coaches we passed on. What are the facts? What are the facts when it comes down to? Do you have teams that try to come in and just bring in certain guys just for the hell of bringing guys in? Maybe. This is what we call the Rooney rule, when we just bring in guys with no intention on signing these guys. If you think Mr. Blank brought in Mike Vrabel because he just wanted to see what he was going to say, if you believe that Mr. Blank just brought in Jim Harbaugh because he was just going to see what he was going to say, if you thought that Mr. Blank was bringing in these world champions, okay, world champions, several times over, just to see what he was going to say, they were just going through the coaching motions, you're worse than I thought. All right. So the only coach we allegedly passed on was Bill, and Steve Wonder can see why. See, this is the reason why you're so upset. You're assuming that Mad Mike just solely wanted Bill Belichick and he's hostile against Mr. Raheem and every other thing. But it wasn't. This is not what it was about. If you actually saw the entire video, plural, there was a whole live show that Kev and I broke down. We broke down about why Raheem was hired, why Bill Belichick wasn't hired. And there's a guy, I did one by myself as well. And there's a guy sitting right next to Mr. Blank that talk, and this where the fact come in. These are where facts come in. I don't know if you like facts, but I love facts. This is where the facts come in. The fact is, and the story to go along with this, sir, is true. Okay? There's a story that goes on with this. So there's evidence, scientific evidence. Well, this is what scientific evidence in this particular case comes in. Mike didn't make up why the Atlanta Falcons passed up on Bill Belichick. You know why? Because even then, I saw past the bullshit. Now, whether or not you want to see past the bullshit, and you just want to repeat what is being reported instead of using common sense, using logic, using historical evidence. The historical evidence is that the Atlanta Falcons have brought in so many world champions. And from every situation, we can see one thing that is common in every case, and that is Rich McKay. Rich McKay passed up on all of these guys. And not just, don't take my word for it. You can hear a guy like Rich Ryan say Atlanta have some guys in the front office that don't necessarily want, or they have people in the front office that really don't want them in there. And it messes up business between the owner and the coach. See, this is not me making it up. This is not me making this up. We've had historical evidence as such. So you can sit up here and say whatever you feel that is, I got to do better in regards to reporting. Say, I'm not a reporter, sir. Not once did you said that I say I was a reporter. I'm not in the office asking these guys questions, but I do have a personal relationship with people that are reporters. I have a business relationship with people that are reporters. We do have conversations with people that are reporters. I can shake these hands. I can call these guys. So you can say whatever you believe to be the case, but I know what is the case. Why? Because I'm talking to the people that's inside. And the crazy part about this is there's a lot of places where coaches want to go, but that doesn't mean that they're actually going to get hired. You don't think for the life of me, you looking at the Atlanta Falcons, that they didn't have Mr. Harbaugh on the boat just as well as they had Bill Belichick. We're going to talk about reporting. That's to report every aspect of things. You said you put this as way you're going out of your way to say that these guys wanted to go elsewhere. How do we know what they wanted? How do you know, Mr. Maverick, that they wanted to go there? Because they end up going somewhere else? Because if the Atlanta Falcons owner, Mr. Blank, would have offered them $100 million check, do you honestly believe that John Harbaugh, that Mike Vrabel, Ben Johnson, all these guys wanted to go there if they were hired and they was asked and they were given $100 million? You think these guys would have wanted to go anywhere else when they could have complete control over a team? You honestly believe that? See, this is what's wrong when people just don't like your opinion. They assume things. Not once did we say, or I say, that we assume. I know what is. And what is that Mr. Blank, in an interview, stated that he was talked out of. Okay? The board outvoted him. That's a fact. And hired Mr. Bill Belichick. The board, which includes corporate guy and Rich McKay. That's a fact. Okay? So when you accuse people of rage baiting, it's not rage baiting if it's true. Whether you get mad because you don't like it, that's not my problem. Our job here is to report, to give you exactly what's being happened, and to share the knowledge that I've been given by the people that are actually inside. So, sir, if you don't have the intel, if you don't have the knowledge, if you choose to disregard what's right in front of you, because the truth of the matter, and every coach, every great coach that we've interviewed, a lot of those guys were passed upon. Bill Belichick, a lot of these guys were passed on. And all of them have said that they have a guy in the front office of the Atlanta Falcons that they do not like. So, sir, I appreciate the comment, but you got to do better, okay? Use your head. Use your head, and please, please look at all of the evidence, not just what you like.